Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today's beer comes from AleSmith Brewing Company. These guys are out in California, and guys, I was really pleased a few years back when they started showing up in Virginia, and now they're canning their stuff instead of putting them in those great big bottles, so you don't break the bank trying to buy a 750 milliliter bottle. Because these big Mostra beers, and this is a big beer, it's a 12%er. This is their Mostra Coffee and Coconut 12%er. Mostra Coffee and Coconut Special Release, 12% alcohol by volume, and it looks like it's got 01 and then the rest of it's off the side of the rim. So I'm pretty sure it's a 2021 edition, probably January release. And I can see a 1 there, so somewhere in the teens, from the 10th to the 19th, somewhere in there. So the day machine run off the side there, guys. So it is what it is, but a big 12% stout. It's going to last for a while, but the coffee notes will fade over time on a lot of beers. Not always, but a lot of them they do. So. And I don't know what to expect here from what I've read about this beer. Seems like there's more coffee than coconut, but we shall see. Over to Untapped, they have it at 70 IBUs. Says here, for this special variant of our signature Speedway Imperial Stout, we partnered with our good friends at Mostra Coffee to add their Ghost Bear Coffee Blend Speedway Edition, which features beans from Brazil, the Philippines, and El Salvador, combined with copious amounts of coconut, to pair with Speedway's already roasted notes of chocolate and dark fruit. The specialty release is definitely something to write home about. And like I said, these are not cheap beers to buy. A big plain 12-ounce can with a heat shrunk label, so they haven't spent a lot of money printing up these cans. A lot of the breweries have gone either to a stick-on label or a heat shrunk label on their cans, which is a good thing. I mean, it's definitely got to be cheaper than having cans printed up that gets thrown away or recycled. So let's find out what we got here, guys. Let's pop it open and get it into the glass. Like I said, drink responsibly, guys. This is a 12%er. Don't think you're a macho man and you can go out and have several of these and drive somewhere. You might get lucky and do it, and then again you might be unlucky and hurt somebody or go to jail. Either way, that's a bad scene. So the swirly swirl always does that head factor quite a bit. So very nice. And when I seen it, I said, I gotta try that. Almost 2 fingers of head on that pour, guys, and it looks pitch black coming out, and it is pitch black. I don't see any light coming through it. Nice khaki colored head on it. There are some bigger bubbles here, so I don't know how long it's going to stick around. It's very creamy on top. It is a good looking stout. I've always been pleased with what Speedway does with their stouts. And they do a lot different versions of their stouts too. So, what do you think? You like the color of that beer? To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt on it, guys. I'm getting slight hints of some coffee, maybe some black molasses. It's got a nice sweetness to it though. I'm not getting any alcohol standing out in the nose. Because like I said, these guys do these beers very, very well. And it tells you the glassware on the back and the serving temperature. It says it pairs well with banana bread. I would think it would pair well with just about any dark dish or heavy dish. And they've been in business since 1995, according to what it says here on the back of the can. And the commercial description that I read off of here is exactly what's written on the back. So, smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers. Just a slight bit of alcohol in there. Nothing burning or anything. The coffee's still present. Definitely getting the coffee. Coconut's very subtle if it's there. They get copious amounts of coconut, but I think the rest of the beer is probably overpowering that. So if you're looking for something with coconut off the chain, this is not it. And like I said, as usual, AleSmith does these big beers very well. Especially in the Speedway Stout versions, and they do a bunch of different versions of the Speedway Stout. So when I seen this one, I wanted to pick it up and give it a try. And they usually don't hang around long. People are big fans of what this brewery does. So, but again, they're not cheap beers to buy. And you can understand that. It's 12%. It takes a lot of ingredients to produce a very well-made 12% beer that's not super boozy and all that. So let's do the back end pour. Get it into the glass. That's a full glass of beer right there. I said, I want to thank everybody for all the comments that they've been doing for years and years. I've been doing this almost 11 years now, guys. So it's very much appreciated when people leave comments, positive comments, and not our. I'm not going to say anything else. I mean, the haters are going to hate, and everybody that posts videos with any relevancy or has any subscribers at all, they're going to have those people that thumbs down videos and all that stuff. And it used to bug me. It don't anymore. I mean, like I said, I've been doing it so long now, and it's like water on a duck's back there. It just rolls off. I don't really. But when people take the time to write a comment, and I always see those usually, and try to at least give a thumbs up on it, unless they're asking me a question or something. So I do appreciate it. I don't take the time to type out all that stuff and responses, but I do thumbs up all those comments. So it's appreciated. So it's right out of the fridge, guys. Let's let it warm up. Room temperature, and sip on it for a little bit. Might hit on a cigar, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back with something on it for quite a while. It's up to room temperature for sure. Nice lacing on the glass. It is a tasty beer, guys. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for big coconut, it's not there. I mean, maybe it's faded, but I don't think so. I just think everything else is overpowering the coconut aspect of the beer, but it definitely got the coffee notes and the roasted malt notes and maybe a little black molasses. I think it's a well-made beer though, guys. I am always impressed with what AleSmith does as far as these big stouts. They know how to brew them. Very well done. So, final chug, maybe a little more than a final chug. That's a great dessert beer. Go well with any chocolate dish or any big hearty meaty dish. A lot of people don't like this style of beer, these big heavy stouts in the summertime. I do. I like them year round. I'm glad it was a time you couldn't get these beers this time of year. They just weren't out. I mean, they just only did them in the fall and the winter. So I'm glad that a lot of these breweries are doing them year round. So people like me I like to have something like this for the final beer of the evening, since I'm only allowed to have 2 beers a day. So have something nice and hoppy to start off with, and then something thick and roasty and tasty to finish it up with. Final choke. And I do like these bigger beers, again, for the same reason. I can only have 2 beers a day. Give me something with a little alcohol in it, because I'm at home. I like something that's going to have a little punch to it. I don't session beers, and I don't buy session beers to start with, these 4 and 5 percenters. They just don't have enough taste and character to me. But that's just me. Maybe say, oh, you're an alcoholic. Yeah, I'm drinking 2 beers a day. Maybe I am. I'm not going to argue with that. But there was a time that I would drink a hell of a lot more than that every day. So, especially on Friday, Saturdays, there was a time that I would probably drink 10, 12, 15 of them on a Friday night or a Saturday night. So, especially the Budweisers that I was drinking, the horse piss that I was drinking at the time. So, but that was many moons ago. So, that's how this guy flies. So, if you've had this from AleSmith Brewing, this is their Speedway Stout, Mostra, coffee, and coconut. Don't be expecting a lot of coconut. It's not there. But the coffee is, and the roasted malt is, and it's well made. So, to me, guys, it's an A beer. I'm going to give it A minus 90 from me on this one. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 93. So they're giving it a better grade than I am. And if you say it's a 95 or a 100, I wouldn't argue with that. I mean, it all depends on what you like to drink. You may find this more appealing than I do. But I would buy this beer again. Most definitely. It's a well-made beer. The alcohol is well hidden to me for a 12%. Over to Untapped, they have it at 4, even. And that's exactly where I'm putting it. Most of the time I'm more in agreement, not always, but more in agreement with what Untapped is coming up with rather than Beer Advocate. Because they clump them all together, no matter whether it's a 7% or a 12%, or if it's got the same name, it goes in the same category. So, where Untapped differentiates between years and batches and all that kind of stuff. So, more reliable information, if you will. So, if you've had this one from Speedway or AleSmith, their Speedway Stout, Mostra, coffee, and coconut, more coffee than coconut. Let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.